Give me 1 minute. All right. So yeah, how is the day going so far, Sophia? A cliche question, but is it
Oh,
good in a busy in a good way?
yeah, so far so good. Yeah.
Cool. That's
Thank God
always
it's
good.
Friday. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Appointments coming in?
Um, Not exactly, but it's still a good day.
Okay. I heard
Every
that,
day above 30s.
okay.
I'm sorry?
I heard that, Nikhil was saying that you had just, your daughter had daughter's wedding recently.
Yes.
How did that go?
Oh, very well. Was really nice.
Okay. All right. So I'll make this conversation short, press to the point, right? Let's dive deep into the conversation. I would first of all like to understand your situation right now. Ask a few questions there. Then maybe, where exactly you are trying to go. What are the challenges that we can align ourselves most, from my side to see what I can show you in this call and guide that conversation direction accordingly. Make sense?
Yes, does.
So yeah, over to you, Sophia. Like, what exactly made you say, you know what, this can be something worth 20 minutes of my time? This is it.
So, in all honesty, I guess it's just the persistency of your partner because I've looked at, people who have reached out, not sure how they got my information and even want to solicit me for whatever they have to offer. So with those persistency, just saying, hey, take a look at this, take a look at this. I said, well, okay, it's not going to hurt anything. So let me just see what the platform is offering and see if it is something that would be of value to me.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, when you say like if it makes sense to me and see if there is value to you, what sort of value are you ideally, have in mind that you are, from your point of view, like, okay, if this is something that they can solve possibly, then this will be a really valuable thing to me. What challenges do
Well,
you face right now that you think can be overcome?
well, it's not so much a challenge, and if it is, I guess it's a, general challenge that most, if not all, loan officers are facing is just the opportunity to have qualified buyers, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we all seek. So if your platform is going to show me a way where, you're saying this is what we're doing, this is what we have done, this is what we've been able to accomplish, then it might be something for me to take a look at.
Okay, so I mean, like the last 2 years, I guess, like for everyone in this industry, the rates are going up, and so it was a challenge for you as well, I guess. With
Yeah, of
the
course.
okay, and right now the rates are coming down. How do you see it from your point of view?
Well, the rates are projected to be coming down. There should be a rate cut here in the next couple of weeks. September is projected to see a rate cut, then November and December. So, from all indication, we all know that come next year, we're really going to see better conditions, we're going to see better interest rates, and we're going to see more buyers getting off the fence.
Mhm. So do you think that when that happens, the
Mhm.
challenges that, the slow business that's going on right now, do you think that would automatically like improve?
It's going to be alleviated somewhat, yes, because a
Okay.
lot of people, one, are they're waiting on the election, two,
Mhm.
they're waiting on interest rates to fall, right? And those things are coming up here in
Okay.
just a couple of weeks.
Mhm. Interesting. So I mean, like everyone I speak with, most of them say, that I already have people in the pipeline waiting for the rates to drop, and then they're gonna be taking the step forward.
Mm.
Do you also have
Yeah,
someone in your pipeline like that?
yeah, I do have a lot of people who are just sitting on the fence.
Okay.
I call
Okay.
them sitting on the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone has the name for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm guessing like, most of your business comes from referrals, like past clients or realtors, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. So what have you, it's just so that I can understand like other sources of lead gen, so to say. What have you tried in the past apart from something like this, like the things that usually works in the industry? Anything
That's
else?
pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I had another company had reached out and they said they have all these leads and I sign up for that lead generation program they claim they have, but those leads were no good. People would have already bought homes like months ago and like a bunch of people calling them and all that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. So that wasn't a good experience, which was why I was hesitant to agree to this call in the
Yeah.
beginning. But
Okay.
yeah,
I mean,
but here we are.
that's interesting. I mean, you're okay with me asking these questions, right? Because until unless I can understand that, then I'll not be able to
Yeah,
align. Is it okay if I ask these
yeah,
questions?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I really would like to dig deep into this. I mean, when you said you had this experience, it's a negative experience for sure. I mean, it's no way benefiting you in any way. What exactly, can you give me some understanding of the company that you work with? What type of leads they were offering? Is it like Realtor.com, Lending Tree, stuff like that? Or
No, I don't remember their name now. Wasn't any of those. It was just some lead generation. I don't even know all the full details of it.
maybe
I
the
did.
process, like what exactly did they use?
So what they did was they have the leads. You get email notification, every time a new lead is entered into whatever their filter is. And then you can kind of preview the leads. So it kind of have some basic information. It would have, for example, the purchase price that the borrower is looking for,
Mhm.
the borrower own assessment of where they think their credit is and their timeline. And then you decide if you wanna take that lead. So, it wasn't like they're dumping 5 or 10 leads to you. You have a certain number of leads you can get each month, but you select the leads that you want. So you can kind of look at the profile and then you select that lead. And then now you get all the information on that borrower. So like their email address, their phone number, and then now you're able to reach out to that person.
Okay, so
That's how we had
so
that.
all right. So what they were not using Facebook ads or stuff like that, right? They were generating the leads from their end and then sending them to you.
Right, right. However, they were doing it. I don't know what filter they were using. But I do know they did have the leads. They would have the person's name, their email, and their phone number, and the
So,
price and the area that the person was looking to purchase in.
okay. Okay, so it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like it was a issue with exclusivity. Maybe like they have already shared it with other people and they have closed, like they won't forward with other people, and those leads
I
were sent to you. Is that a
I don't
possibility?
know if it would be fair to say that because once you pull the lead in, no one else would have access to it.
Okay.
So I don't know where they were getting the leads from. I just know I have spoken to
Okay.
people and they have already purchased like months ago, but yet still
That's
this
weird.
lead was in their funnel as a new lead, like somebody who was actively looking now when that person had already purchased a home like months ago.
That's weird, no? Like, I mean, I'm curious what exactly makes that happen. I mean, if someone is raising their hand and showing interest, that's when we consider them as a lead, right? So
Right.
that's a weird thing, but no worries. Um, okay. So yeah, what we do is, did Nikhil say, say anything about the process that we use on the phone or
No,
nothing,
we didn't
nothing
go
at
into
all?
much detail. No, we didn't go into details about it.
Okay, cool. All right. So also I forgot to ask, like, what states are you licensed in right now? Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. Tell me if you can see it. I'll take you through the process in brief, like the back end stuff. You don't have to understand
Okay.
it, right? It's all what we do. So that way, you'll be able to get some clarity on this, and I'll be able to take this call accordingly forward.
Yeah.
So what we do is like Sophia, we run Facebook ads, right, on your behalf, and that's gonna be starts from the Facebook and Meta advertising basically. So anyone who comes into this ecosystem, that's your ecosystem, they come to meet you, and all the steps that we get them to take towards you are customized to your branding, right? So they know that it's going to be Sophia that they're going to be speaking with. So it starts with Facebook ads. So Facebook ads, we target the home buyers with the high income possibilities, who are in better. You have zip codes preference if you can. You can show that to us so that we can know, okay, in this Florida and Georgia, uh, these type of people, these type of zip codes have the highest potential of having buyers, borrowers who fit to that, in debt to income ratio and the basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we automatically filter people who might fit from this beginning as well. So once they are like, okay, yes, raises their hand to say, hey, I'm looking for a loan. That's when they are sent here into this. This is called landing page. Have you worked with landing page before?
No, but I am
No.
familiar with landing page.
Okay. So we customize this landing page for you, right? This is landing page. Uh, so at this stage, right, we ask them basic questions like what's the basic question, right? Estimated price, and the gross income that they have. Now, mind you, not everyone is going to be absolutely honest about this, but this step
Yeah,
is
true.
more to take, more to make them jump through hoops before they speak with you, so that we can check the intention at this point. Make sense?
Yes.
Right. So when you speak with realtor referrals, right, you are accustomed to that. Those people are, tell me if you agree with this, but those people are really not that difficult to close if everything's, all the external factors are in place, right?
Right.
Right. So if a referral lead is like 8 out of 10, nothing can beat referral. But what we try to do is bring predictability to the business. So what we will try to aim for is, maybe like 20 or more volume of 6 out of 10, so that predictability can be added to your business. So you speak with more people, and then at least, like 30% of them gives you applications, and then from there you get 1 or 2 loans at least to begin with, added on the system that you're already working with. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, at this stage, so the credit score and basic stuff, do they already have representation? And then we ask them for their basic info. Now these questions will be customized according to, if you have any other requirements, we can customize that. At this stage, once they like, submitting all these details, that's when they become one lead into our ecosystem, the mutual ecosystem. This is the CRM we're going to be giving you access to. So you can see here, okay, this Beverly became a lead, right? But you don't call them yet. This is not still worth your time. These are still people who is like 4 out of 10. So you need to put a lot of time to this, even now, to get them to 6 out of 10 so that they are ready to speak with you. So at this stage, what we do is, once they become a lead, we use automations. I'm sure you're familiar with this. It's not a rocket science, but simple things that's already effective. We use email and SMS drip campaigns to connect with this, along with a couple of videos from your end to build virtual rapport, right? And this way they are directed towards your calendar. So we'll be integrating your calendar inside the system. You use Google Calendar or
Google Calendar?
okay?
No.
So what calendar do you use?
I use the one my company provide, but you're talking about like my own personal. I do have a Google, but I mostly use my business.
Okay. So yeah, whatever your preferred calendar is, we'll be integrating that here so that anyone can directly book themselves into this calendar, your calendar, right? So that way what happens is, our goal is to make more people book directly as an appointment for a consultation call with you, right? And then some people might not fill it right from the SMS. So then we will call them up from our end, and then we'll be qualifying them again from our side, all the basic metrics that you share with us on the onboarding. And then from there, we increase the number of volume of appointments that's booking in. On the day of the appointment, they will also get reminders so that we can increase the show ups to the appointments. And also we'll be calling them up to say that, hey, Zubi, you have the appointment today with Sophia at in 4 hours from now. If there is anything that's any change of plans, let me know so that I can also inform Sophia, right? So from our way, there is going to be updates and reminders to increase the show ups, right? So that way, what happens is like the number of people that you speak with over a period of month increases. All of them are exclusive to you. All of them meets the basic criteria, and we try to get as many applications to you so that you can get the amount of loans that is sitting on your pipeline. Increase that number. So far, do you have any questions?
Yes, so what I'm seeing here, and honestly, I think would be a better fit for a loan officer that has a team
Mm-hmm.
because to open up a calendar and, having, let's say, a certain slot where people are able to plug in to say, I want to speak with you at this time or that time. I don't know if that's going to fit into my business model. Primarily because my goal really is the realtor partnership. And so
Okay.
this is just not, I just wouldn't have the time to invest in this kind of setup. It just wouldn't work. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a real estate office where people are, if agents are coming in, they're constantly calling, they might just pop in to the office because I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are meetings that I have with them on a monthly basis. Like, let's say in September, I'm going to have meetings with them on Tuesday. And then the other location, their meeting is once a month on Wednesday. Then I got my own team meeting plus my other realtor partners. So like from a consumer base,
Mm-hmm.
um, it wouldn't fit into my model. Not
Okay.
unless the way I see something like this working is if
Mm-hmm.
you have a loan officer that has a team, right? So
I
that
mean,
person have like loan officer assistants, who are licensed, who can talk to the customer, probably get their application going. It would be a better fit for that kind of setup. But for me, being one person right now, it's going to be overload.
it's interesting. I'm glad you shared that with me because it really helps me understand your point of view as well, right?
Mhm.
Um, we have actually like I'm really trying to understand. Can you help me give some clarity with this? As in like we onboarded like five more, right? Loan officers and mortgage brokers, and three of them are like just themselves, like one man show. So, what exactly do you see about this that feels like overwhelming or?
Mm. Yeah,
Mhm.
so if they're doing it, they don't have realtor partnership. Like you could have a loan officer, they're trying to go after the consumer and they're
Mhm.
trying to be the first line of contact. So
Okay.
they want to get with the consumer, they're trying to pre-approve the consumer and then, have the consumer go out and, get with a realtor. They probably take that. If they do have realtor partnership, then they take that lead and they give it to that realtor partner. Um, my business, the way it is structured is I'm trying to build a relationship with the realtor because a lot of times consumers, even though they are on Facebook and they're doing this and doing that, a lot of times the realtor is the one who really drives the business. And so sometimes you find that you could pre-approve someone, they didn't have a realtor partner. You could refer them to a realtor partner, but they could also meet up with another realtor partner. And then that realtor partner now direct that customer to their preferred mortgage person. So
Okay.
you could end up and lose out on that. But the way my business is set up is I'm trying to partner with the realtor. So whenever the realtor have a lead, I'm the person that the realtor is thinking about.
When can you tell me more about like the realtor partnership that you're trying to build when you say that? What does it look like in terms of numbers of realtors that you want to connect with?
So I've been doing this now for a long time. So I do have realtor relationships. And that's where my business typically come from. So I focus on those realtor relationships and then I focus on my past customer database.
And
So,
that keeps you busy, right? There is no more extra time for work like this do you think this will be a distraction in terms of the number of effectiveness that's coming in from this system is not good enough to focus on as compared to
Yes,
the filter?
it wouldn't be enough time because when you're focusing on building the relationship with the realtor and the realtor is texting you and say, hey, can you reach out to this person or can you reach out to that person? And then now you have someone going on your calendar and setting
Mhm.
up a time. The people who I see who do better in this space are the people who have a team. If they have a team, like even in a mortgage broker situation, they might be getting in those leads and then they're able to distribute those leads to the people, on their team because they have more than one loan officers who is able to reach out to that person. So someone is going to be able to fulfill that appointment. But if you just have a one-man show like I do right now, then no, I wouldn't want people going in on my calendar and setting up a time to speak with me because there are other things that I am focusing on and I might not be able to fulfill that appointment. So
Okay, I understand.
that would be a danger for me.
Okay, no, I get it. No, just so that I can, give you a better perspective, and then we can actually, like, I totally understand this. If it doesn't fit in your schedule, it should not be something that you should be looking at. Uh,
Right.
I think there is some miscommunication that I missed. I will just add that as well. Then you can tell
Yeah.
me the final, does it still fits exactly the way. So, when we say people booking in on your calendar, it's not gonna be open schedule, like they cannot book anytime. If you have like gaps in between for the week, we can adjust that, okay, you know what, I can speak for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. So over a period of time, over a period of month, we are looking at maybe like 15 to 20 phone calls with
Mhm.
qualified prospects in the time zones, in the time slots that you have available, apart from the work that you're doing. And then from there, we are trying to get you 5 applications for the first month, and then you process that. Do you think it still exists? I mean, applies? Whatever you shared with me,
Mm.
the situation, do you think it still applies for even with this
Mm,
criteria?
I don't think so, honestly, because my customer is my realtor. My
Okay, so it's
customer
absolutely
is not the
focused there.
consumer. Yes, yes.
Makes
My
sense.
customer is my realtor, not the consumer direct.
So, can you, I mean, just it's totally fine. Before I can, wrap this call up, is it okay if I try to understand a bit more about your the way you were doing this business? Is it okay? Or
Yeah, yeah, sure.
okay, I'm really liking this, and it's very insightful for me as well. So, usually people comes to these calls, right? And they're like, we have realtor partnerships, doing like 5, 6 loans a month or 2, 3 loans a month. They would like to add more realtor partnerships, and they're like, it's a really big deal to add more partners, and I
Mhm.
really don't have that bandwidth. So when you say realtor partnerships that you already have going, how long have you been in this industry, and how many realtor partnerships do you have right now, and how many more you would like to add? Can you give me some clarity on that?
So I started in this business, oh my God, back in 2000, but most recent, it's been, let me see, 2, 1, 5, 7, and 2, 9. So since I re-entered the mortgage industry, it's been over 9 years, going 10 years.
Okay.
So all my business comes from my realtors. That's where I get my business from. So
Okay.
that is my focus. So like during the
How many?
week, I'm calling realtors. I'm staying top of mind with those realtors. And so I tried that one other company I was telling you about, which was last year, and their model was the lead was there, you go in, you pick the lead, and then you call the customer. It wasn't the customer coming on my calendar and doing all of that. So I tried that. The leads were old to me. And so it was a little bit more control because I could decide. It's
Yeah.
like they would say you have 20 leads a month that you can get, and then you decide when you want to pick a lead.
Mm-hmm.
The leads weren't coming in and coming in on my calendar. It wasn't directly to me. It was to anyone who wanted to take that lead. So it was a little bit more controlled in that sense. It's just that the leads weren't really good leads. So you pick a lead. It's like similar to um, I wouldn't even want to say, even like to Zillow, because with Zillow, the agent can decide. I know in the office that I work, they do have Zillow leads, and a lead can come in and they can decide whether or not they want to take that lead. That lead doesn't automatically filter into their CRM. They
Okay.
decide if they want to take that lead. So a lead that is going to be filtered directly into, let's say, my CRM is going to put me under pressure in terms of all the other stuff that I have to do because then now, even if because I could even set a time block and somebody put themselves on my calendar and then I have one of my realtor partner reaching out and say, hey, can you call this person for me? They're waiting on your call. And then now I'm in a bind. Who do I call? Do I call the person who's already on my calendar? Do I call, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
So
a
that would
priority for
kind
you,
of,
right? So is it in terms
yeah,
of priority, that's much higher for you, and that makes sense as well if you have been doing this for so long. So I totally
right.
understand that. I mean, let's like uh, it's totally understandable. The reason I was asking about the realtor stuff is because we have been working with them for 10 months, and they also have something similar of a preference, right? They do have a team. It's a
Mhm.
brokerage. So they have two different campaigns that we work with. So one of them is like, getting more realtor info from Facebook ads, and then they really build long-term partnerships with realtor that way. So it's
Right.
interesting that you say that as well. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Of course. Of course.
All right, Sophia, I mean, like, then there is nothing from our side that we can add value to. So, I would wish you the best, and I really appreciate this time then. Is there anything that you want to add to this?
No, I appreciate the time too. And if something should change in terms of, my business model, then, I would absolutely reach back out to, I could always do that. But for right now, it wouldn't be the
That's
one
totally
that
fine.
fits my business. Yeah.
I totally understand. By the way, like one more question, if you don't mind. Do you know probably anyone? I mean, you have been in this industry for a long time. Do you know probably someone else in mind who might benefit from something like this? Even like have a discussion, maybe?
No, I don't because the loan officers that I know, this is still
Filters.
pretty much the same business model that they
Okay.
use. So, yeah.
Okay. Totally makes sense. All right, Sophia, I really had a lovely conversation with you today, and
Yes, thank you.
have a really great day. And congratulations for your daughter's wedding.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Have a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.